right. We are
Like my rope.
good.
Got this. I'm ready. And then we're gonna go here.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So where you guys are up to? I think it was tax day, right?
No.
Yeah. So I think we're trying to pass the day because we've decided
Yeah.
that our best point of
Ah,
attack is
that's
to,
right. And
complete
Alex
the
wanted
day.
to go to the magic shop for the
Oh,
tax day.
I've already
He's already
gone
already
been,
up
did
and
that.
he's got
there.
his necklace. So now
Yep.
we're just like, and you offered
And he's
Garrett the
also got the
opportunity to
cape.
have the yes.
My fabulous cape.
You guys, honestly, you and Garrett signing up to Goblin bloody life blood packs together and getting capes together. It's like little twinsies.
My cape is like a midnight purple, alright? So it's not as
The color
I
I'm
know.
looking at on the map looks very not midnight purple, but that's okay. It can be that in your head.
All right, guys. So what do you do? Do you just like sit at the tavern like all day?
Well,
So-
Really
there's not much really we can do other than prepare.
I went to the magic shop. I bought a couple of potions. They were not on special. I was okay with that. I have a sense of dread knowing that the spawning pool is gathering an army and we are
Yes.
waiting a day.
Yes.
And I'm
All right.
depending on Silas to lead us the way.
Yeah. Because really,
Yeah.
this is all on you, buddy.
Yep.
No stress.
So
No
you
pressure.
guys fuck around all day. You just mess about. In your little rooms. A little bit claustrophobic. There's only one
Get
double
drunk.
bed and one cabinet. Oh, you get drunk? Okay, very good. The day goes by, and the next morning rolls around. Garrett, the cloak is like attached to you completely. You didn't do any advertising yesterday, so you got no reprieve. You've been wearing that thing all day,
Yep.
and it is morning, early morning.
I pretty much just nudge guards straight away and say, "You need to get that cloak off early while there's a lot of crowds."
Any ideas on how to gather the most attention while still not
Not drawing
pissing off the
attention?
guards too much?
God. Maybe if there's another crowd at the magic shop, there always seems to be a bloody line going out the door, and you still have to wait for 50 minutes. You just run up and back and down through the line backwards.
Yeah,
showing the-
true.
Showing the advertising. Finding the gathering of people.
Gather myself, my courage, and I head out the door to advertise for the magic shop.
All right, let's roll for people. I think
People.
1d200. All right, you've walked to the middle of town and have passed
So-
132 people.
Wasn't
And
that the
when you
quota?
100, yeah.
When you get to the middle of town, it sort of pops off and then rests across your shoulder.
And I just grab it and put it in my bag and then head back to the tavern.
All
This
right,
town is bustling.
I want you to roll a d20, Garrett. You're in the middle of town. All right, so that's pretty close to a bad outcome. So that guard that sort of picked you out, you can kind of see him. You've kind of like gotten used to his features because of the experience you had the other day. And as you walk past this small crater in the small side of the house, and it reminds you of him. You see him down down a couple of streets. Like he's pretty far away, but you do see him, and he's sort of moving away from you.
I avoid him and continue
Mhm.
back home.
What you will also notice is there is another guard wearing a different outfit that you haven't seen before. I'll actually have you roll perception because that d20 roll was like a random encounter roll, and you didn't get a 15 or above, so you were safe. But I'll make you roll perception.
Again, in
Alright.
character, shit roll.
So you see a guard, and he's wearing what appears to be a very clothy looking chainmail. So you can see the particular links that form each sort of little section of the chainmail, but it's a bit more like a robe. And you see that he's carrying what looks to be like a staff. And you can tell that he's a guard because he's very large, and he's kind of coming up to people and questioning them, and then casting some magic. And every now and again, when you see like he picks on like some plebby druid or some plebby magic caster, you see that their hands glow, and he sort of inspects them, and then he sort of moves on. It's almost like he's looking for someone.
Shit.
Almost like he's looking for me, I think.
No, I think he's looking.
You notice this mage-like guard.
I turn back and I continue heading towards the tavern with haste.
Great. Yeah, you can make it unmolested. You just notice those two things.
All right. So when I get back to the tavern, I go to Silas's and Silas's and Biscuit's room, knock on the door, and tell them to hurry up and follow me.
If it's possible, I would have left extremely early because I couldn't sleep too much, and I'd be hopefully waiting out front of the church in the tree.
Already.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready.
Well, if you do that, so like how early are we talking?
Just before the sun was coming up.
So like 6.
Yeah, that's 5:30.
So
All right.
as
So
I
before
notice,
Garrett.
Yeah, hopefully before
Yes.
Garrett. Yeah.
Right, so I got to do his mini adventure. So roll a d20
11 as well.
and roll a perception.
Oh, I gotta use the character sheet. Ooh.
So good.
Where is it? There it
Left hand
is.
side.
9.
All right. So, as you're walking around early morning, there's a little bit of activity. Mostly the farmers are getting up and starting their day early. Some of the merchants are doing things around their shop. So what are we? We're 2 days away from the restock. You notice this fairly special looking cart coming in, and it is being pulled by just a white horse, and it is kind of ornate, a little bit military, so it's not super duper fancy, but it looks to be a high ranking person's travel cart. And you notice that when it comes in, there's sort of like that sort of smell of the arcane about it as it sort of wafts past you. And that's just what you notice. You notice a fancy looking cart coming in. And you can make it to where you want to go without being molested.
I take interest in the cart, but I still carry on to the tree. Yeah.
Cool. So you're not following the cart or doing anything like that?
No.
Okay, great. Yeah. You can make it to the tree. When you get to the tree, what do you want to do?
I just sit in the tree, up the tree on a branch, and just kind of wait there and scout it out and just sit there and wait until the sun comes up and then the party comes on through.
Great. Yep, you do that. All right, Garrett. Everything that happens for you, I guess you weren't awake at that time because the cloak's really from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And yeah, continue on, but Biscuit's not in the tavern.
So I knock on Silas's room.
I open the door. Silas opens the door.
Hey, Silas. I think we should meet all of us together. Do you want to come? You and Biscuit, do you want to come into where me and Imra are staying?
I have no idea where the cat is.
The cat.
He didn't leave you a message or tell you anything. He just pissed off.
No, woke up. He was gone.
All right. First thing first, we're gonna get a bell for the cat, and then we'll address this later. But we do need to meet. So I turn back to where Imra is.
I'm just chilling, looking at my bow, checking out my bits and pieces, sort of prepping myself really.
So
I'm itching to go hunting, but I know I can't.
All right. So I walk in the room and I make sure the window's closed, the blinds are drawn, and I usher Silas to get inside, and I shut the door behind him.
And then you take off your pants.
and and pull out my rope.
This again.
I
What's
then
going
turn
what's going
to
on,
everyone and explain to them what I've seen. Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks, Rach.
Thanks,
you're
Rach.
so nice, Rach. So he was looking like he was looking for someone. Do you think it's you?
Don't know. It might be. I don't know. It might be Biscuit, considering he
Oh,
was the one that initiated the magic trying to pull something out of the guard's sack.
I wonder if
So-
he can differentiate between people, or he's just looking for a certain spell.
I don't know. It might also be the fact that they're looking for me with the V branded on my arm.
Yeah, that was.
So either way, I think I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious. And I think it might be wise for Biscuit to be cautious as well.
Maybe he's already
Yeah.
captured.
I hope not.
Well, we're going to have to try to find him then, because we have no idea where he's at.
If I was Biscuit, where would I go?
Well, we don't have to be to the church until like late afternoon, because that's when
Old mate
Dragon
turns up.
said that he turns up. So we have the morning to look for our friend, I suppose.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay.
at the moment, Silas and I are still incognito in terms of the guards, but maybe you turn into something and not the dog. I think the dog has, something that no one
Outstayed
else
his
has seen.
welcome.
Yeah, something less obvious, but because they're obviously going to be looking for you, they'll want to interrogate you, and we don't have that. We don't want to get involved with that. But we do need to find Biscuit to let him know.
All right. I guess I can turn into a cat.
You'd probably beat us there.
Yeah.
My best guess is if he's not in the tavern having a drink, or if he's not somewhere shiny, he's probably watching where plan is. Maybe he was anxious about what's coming up.
Yeah, maybe. Well, when I'm in cat form, I do have a bit better smell, so maybe I could try to catch his scent.
And much better sight. So, and you can definitely climb
Idea.
on top of buildings too. So,
Yes.
He does smell.
Yes, he does. He smells like a kitty cat. A stinky kitty cat with
moldy
something
cheese.
moldy. All right. So I turn into a cat. Meow, 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 meow. And I start smelling around and near his room to try to catch his scent.
Okay.
All right,
well, if you
roll
wanna
with
go ahead.
advantage. This would be like probably perception.
Yep.
Oh,
19.
nice.
Yeah, you pick up his scent. You kind of smell the little scent trail that he's left when he walked down the stairs.
All right. So to get their attention, I do a little backflip.
Ah, you're so clever. You go ahead, and we'll stay back and follow you.
Hey Garrett,
And yes.
do an acrobatics
I
with
knew
the.
you were going to say that.
I hope you don't land on your
Ten.
ass.
All right, he kind of like scuffs the landing a bit, but he does a backflip.
All right.
Yes,
So
such a
I
clever
start.
cat.
I lead the way to the door, and I paw at the door for you guys to open it.
I open it and gesture for you to lead the way.
And I start heading off in the direction that I can smell Biscuit, while continuously looking back to make sure they're within range of me and can still see me.
All right, so we'll just do a number of d20 rolls if that's the path that you want to take. So
Yep.
the first one starts with Ben. Ben, make a perception roll.
Perfect.
Perception?
Uh-huh.
From your tree.
No.
Six.
6.
You have a
Um,
snooze
you-
in the tree.
You can kind of barely see through the leaves, but you see like a big figure talking to some smaller figures from time to time, and you wonder if that's a guard speaking to some smaller people. All right. Garrett, roll a d20. This is just because you're out front. Great. So that's a good outcome in this circumstance. So you don't see any particular guard that sort of catches your eye. They just all seem to be the guards you've just seen around town.
Cool.
I walk up the opposite side of the street of Silas, being as incognito and unnoticeable as I can in my very plain clothing, and just keep an eye on the cat. Make sure that I'm always within eyesight.
Silas is walking straight down the middle of the road, proudly brandishing his new cape.
And his beautiful necklace.
All right, let's make a roll. About 89 people, like as you're passing, just like look at your cape and sort of turn to watch you walk past in this glorious looking cape.
There's a lot of people in this town.
Very good.
900, right?
So you you make it to the middle of town, and you kind of hear some villagers like talking about the gossip about how there was a third circle drawn last night, and the
yes.
cultists are still in their town, and it's still a big concern. And some people are saying that it's probably the tavern keeper. He's always a little bit sly and unwelcoming. He's a tiefling. They don't trust tieflings. They look funny, and they're different. So there's a bit of sort of a sense that the town is starting to fall apart in its social structure with paranoia and distrust. All right, everyone can make their final roll if they want to just continue on to the church.
I
So,
want to understand though.
I'm just
Do
following
I
the cat.
hear them say anything about who was attacked, or
They just say a homeless orc. One of the poor laborers. There's too many laborers in this town, not enough work. It's unfortunate that they're unskilled. You know, that they could work as a like a courier collecting goods for the merchants from other towns, but they just can't be trusted because most of them can't count. Most of them are strong as an ox, but twice as dumb.
okay?
Alright, so I will get everyone except for Silas to roll a d20. Everyone except for Garrett is perception.
Oh, so you want me to roll a perception?
And Ben too. Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's all
Ben can't see through the leaves.
right.
Too focused in this this lovely spot that's starting to warm up in the sun, and the particular tree has a sort of a very, very nice savory smell to it.
Bit
Almost
moldy.
like it's the smell of the bark heating up in the sun. Sort of has a very pleasant and warming smell.
Mm.
I can actually smell that.
So, Britt, you see this inquisitor-looking person approach a group of some 20-year-olds just hanging about, loitering, and you see that he casts sort of like a spell. He puts his hand in sort of a ring, and you see this like circle around them, sort of like shimmer, and it kind of like the light sort of comes up from the sort of the cracks around the circle, and you hear him ask, "Can you cast Mage Hand?" And you hear 1 to 2 or 3 say, "No, I can't." And they kind of look at each other and say, "Well, why did you answer it?" "Well, I couldn't lie. I just couldn't tell that something was preventing me." And the Inquisitor sort of just pushes them away as he sort of approaches the next group of people, and you see that he chugs a potion and does the same spell again. He's going around asking the same question to people.
Fuck me. I think, oh shit, got to get to Biscuit. I double check that I can still see the very, very pretty calico, and I can see the
Easily.
fluffy tail.
Easily.
Yeah,
Alright.
I just keep
So
following.
everyone's made their roll. So Garrett, you can kind of see that around the keep as you pass it, because it's kind of in the middle of town. It's kind of off to the side a bit. you see that some animals have been brought in, and there's these big mastiffs on these chains, and this one person's has a slightly different uniform that he's wearing. And it's kind of like more leather, and he's got these really fancy boots on, and he's got these two mastiffs that are humongous on the chain. He's kind of just like receiving some instructions from what looks to be a sergeant who has the two stripes on his chest.
I hurriedly walk out of sight of the mastiffs.
Alright, yeah, you guys can reach the church now.
So, Gary, guard would be first.
Hmm.
To finding Biscuit.
So I find Biscuit.
Make a perception roll. I think he's hiding up a tree.
So I look around. Do I see anyone around me?
No, it's kind of the quiet part of town. Not many people here are religious.
So I turn back into human form or into my normal form.
Alright, roll a d20 for that. I said that there are some people around.
Oh, thank God!
Maybe.
I don't know if that's good.
No, because
No?
15 and higher is bad.
Oh,
For
I
other
thought, that
people,
I thought that was perception.
he's rolling the
Alright.
perception of other people around him, I guess.
Oh, that's not good.
So when you poof from cat to human, you turn to look around, and you see one particular alleyway. And it's the alleyway where all the homeless people are. And you see a number of them are kind of like sitting up, and like they're looking at you, and their pupils are super dilated, their eyes are wide, and like they're many different people from really frazzy looking hair and quite like thin, no muscle, to that same half orc with the big belly and the bald hair, and he's like white as well, and he just starts rocking back and forth, and you just hear like a lot of noise coming from this particular alleyway as they're like screaming and like tripping out.
Oh God, scarer of homeless. That's going to be your title.
Great.
You feel like there's a bit of a timer. Like these people are winding each other up. That it's eventually they're gonna start running away and start screaming.
All right. So I then try to find Biscuit as quickly as I can. Perception?
Yep, that's advantage.
Oh, phew.
He's got another freaking 20.
I know.
You know
he's
exactly where he is. You can
20
smell that cheese from 100 miles away. And you can actually see little bits of his fur color and the cloak color sitting in the tree.
So I rush over to Biscuit and I say to him, "We need to move out of here quickly.
Oh,
I'll
hey,
fill you
guy.
in when we're safe. Let's go."
Where are we going?
I just like, come on, we're in trouble. Let's go.
We're in trouble? I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
What's going
Fine.
on?
Are we there? Can we?
Are
can
we
see.
there yet? Because I would want to just reef him out of the tree. At this point, because with the bloody
Yeah, you guys
homeless
can rock
people-
up.
Yeah,
Guys can
I
rock up.
just give you a look like
Alright,
you know,
guys, okay.
I don't look scared normally, but I'm like, okay, there's a shit ton of shit coming down there, and we need to talk.
I see Silas's snake shivering.
Yes, that's a good sign.
I grab guard quickly and say, "Hand me the amulet."
We're going to try to go in with me as spider form, remember?
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't it be safer if I hold it just in case you can't get in?
Well, if I can't get in, then you just come out and grab it and then go back in.
Yeah, but then you'd have to turn into normal form.
Oh yeah. How would the amulet transform?
Let's all
I-
regroup
Yeah, I pants down from
and
the
just
tree and
collect our
follow him.
thoughts.
Let's go before these homeless people freak the fuck out and cause a lot of attention, which we don't need, especially considering I heard something on the way here. So let's go.
All right, yeah, that hive of noise. One of them starts screaming out. It's that homeless guy that you freaked out. He's carrying his little bedroll with wavers above his head. He's got like patches of holes and it looks dirty as fuck. And he just starts screaming towards the middle of town.
What did you
I start-
guys do?
I start
did
walking
God-
in the opposite direction.
What did guard do?
So you
Come on.
guys are leaving the town?
Yeah, we're getting shit out of Dodge. The least conspicuous place we can possibly go is where we're going.
All right, everyone?
I follow confused.
You were nice and
Oh,
warm in
that's
the
it.
What are you
tree.
doing?
You were nice and warm.
Silas follows very with a very
Elegantly?
dis-
Oh, okay.
So this particular exit has the one that sort of leads out to like the foresty area, main road, and it has the little path that goes up the hill.
Well, forest is my forte, so I feel very comfortable there. I just start striding straight towards trees. That's safety.
I guess everyone follows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Make a perception roll.
Everyone, or
Whoever's looking back.
get these bad rolls out of the way.
I know. Oh, thank God for Biscuit.
All right, Ben. So as you hide in the forest, and it is like a fair way away, and it's kind of a bit inconspicuous. You see there's a guard that sort of has these mastiffs, and they kind of like their noses are on the ground and they're sniffing. And you see that he has this fairly large bow that's wrapped around his with a string around his front, and he's got a fairly long sword sheathed. Next to him, you see what looks to be like a cloaked mage-like guard that is speaking to some of the homeless people, and he's getting very impatient. And you notice that one of them either doesn't give him an answer that he likes or is non-compliant, and you see him just backhand him back into the alleyway. And that's what you see.
guys, is that they the people that you guys are trying to warn me about? Why are you guys so in a hurry?
That mage, he's after you. I overheard him asking people, do they know how to do Mage Hand? And that's your spell.
Hey, I know how to do Mage Hand.
Yeah, and they're compelled. So as soon as he gets his hands on you, you will answer yes.
Well,
You will answer the truth. So you cannot go near him.
the only reason I would understand if they would be looking for someone with Mage Hand was because I tried to steal the keys off a guard last night. And
That's exactly
that was-
right.
Okay,
Okay.
then they're after specifically you. They probably don't know what you look like, but they're asking everyone, and you will answer truthfully because he has a truth potion or something going on. Because the people that I watched couldn't lie.
Well, damn it. What are we going to do now?
I don't know.
I think it's still going to be best that I go with Silas as spider form
Mm-hmm.
on his shoulder while he holds on to the amulet. So that way, if I can't get in, at least he's still able to get in with the amulet. Biscuit, are you able to send your familia to scout around the church to let us know when the Dragonborn arrives?
How far away is the church away from us at the moment?
I'll say that you can reach it, but you guys you're pretty far out in the forest, and you can kind of just barely see little specks in the distance.
Okay, I can send him out there. What were you wanting him to see exactly? Just like the status of the who's at
We
the
want
front?
to see
or-
when the Dragonborn goes into the church. So
Oh,
that way,
okay.
when the Dragonborn is there, Silas can enter into the church because I've got a limited time with my shapeshift.
All right. I
Yeah.
just kind of look at my familiar, and he looks at me, and he flies off and perches up on top of the church and just waits at the front of the doors.
Just quickly, do we need to be concerned about the mastiffs? Are they going to be coming out our way, or should we start trying to confuse our tracks?
Sounds like a scent thing.
I mean, he doesn't really know who he's looking for, but I
Did we-
suppose-
The
Did we run out of
Mastiffs are
any-
pretty good.
Gates or anything like that?
Sorry?
Did we run out of like just a footpath?
Or
Yeah, the
gates.
walls are kind of limited. It just looks like it's mainly for keeping most of the town safe and narrowing the entries into town. So there's no gates per se. There's just like little archways, and then the rest of the wall is just like this. The wood walls with like they're capped with looks like straw and bit of wood that sort of filters like a little cap like that.
All right, I'd like to. I can see what I can do about trying to mask our trail, and then maybe we can just hide out here for the time being and see how we go.
Yep. And I mean, guard needs to rest between transformations. I don't know how much out of it it's going to be a spider, because that's considerably different size to what you are, but you probably need to rest before you transform.
Well-
And I want to park myself where I can see the best vantage point, whether I find a tree, hop in, or just lean against something. But I
Right.
go
You can
find
do that. No problem. You perch yourself up in a little tree, and it's kind of very leafy. You kind of see out of it when you try and peer out. But yeah.
And everyone else, I recommend try and rest until we hear more, because it's going to be a big night. I don't know whether it's going to go well.
Alrighty. So what's the plan? Are you guys hanging in the forest until the dragon board arrives? Is that the plan?
Yep.
Yeah, I as to mask the trail, I just want to kind of clean the path at which we come up of, and change like the. What can I do? I can change the flavor. Would that in turn change the smell?
Let's say it does that.
Yeah, I'd like to try and do that as much as I can around the path, as if to try and scramble our scent on the path we took.
Make a roll of nature with advantage.
Nature with advantage, eh? Where's me nature at? Nature. Oh, sorry, I rolled it twice by mistake. Just the first one.
Alright. It's 11.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah. So what smell are you trying to replicate instead of the smell that you leave?
Cooked beef.
Cooked beef. That's the smell that you want to have.
Yep.
We don't want cooked beef.
Alright.
Yum yum.
It's away from us. It's just the path we took.
Ah, cool. Okay.
So make a perception roll, anyone who's looking.
I'm looking. I haven't stopped looking. You're giving me anxiety, guard. I'm so non-confrontational.
I guess
21.
Garrett's not
Natural
looking.
20.
Sorry,
got
I'm just trying to
21.
update my notes.
That's fabulous.
So what am I rolling for?
Perception.
If you're paying attention to the path we came.
Alright. Alex is the only one to really notice this, but the mastiffs are like foaming at the mouth and there's just drool everywhere. They smell something delicious. And it looks like, despite their size, they're not fed the highest quality food. And they're full of muscle. And like the guy on the little chain is struggling to keep them from tearing off into the woods. He eventually seems to cast some magic and he sort of hits the chain like that. And you see that the reverberations and the dogs essentially look at him and his mouth moves. And then they go back to town.
Good job, Biscuit. I really
Thanks.
thought that was not going to work. I thought we were going to be for dinner.
Well, I thought maybe if it was a bad smell, it would have probably maybe been obvious.
That's true. Well, it worked.
Yeah. Nice.
So let's just chill out and wait for this guy to turn up.
Oh,
Alright. So you guys are waiting. Let's make a roll. It's all peaceful and quiet.
Cool.
So you guys want to wait until what time?
Wait until it's dark. I think he turns up at like what 5 or something, doesn't he?
I think I'd like to just go back at like just after lunch, and I'm happy to wait in the church until he shows up.
Oh, that's true.
Alright.
Yeah.
So we skip to there. Alright, it's lunchtime. What are you guys doing?
I've been sort of dozing on and off in the tree. Occasionally I let myself close my eyes, but mostly I just keep watch because I'm incredibly anxious.
You guys
And
can
I-
like consider this a long rest, by the way, like for your spell slots or anything like that, and
Yeah,
for your
thanks.
wild shapes, because you're essentially like lounging around. Like
Yeah, it's not much
you'd be
more we can
prepared for
do.
battle. Hmm.
I head back into town with Silas to commence the plan.
Make a roll, Garrett.
Are you shapeshifter G?
Do you
or-
want to transform before you go into town?
Yeah, I transform into a spider.
All right. Well, you can't make the roll anymore. All right, Silas, make a roll. Off in the distance, you see a group of what seems to be homeless people. Looks like they're sort of kneeling down, and in front of them is the Inquisitor.
Shit.
It's pretty far away, though. Other than that,
So at the gate, or
far away, in the middle, like in the middle of town, like really far away.
I'm just going to ignore them and head straight to church.
Great. So you see the 4 little runes. One of them, the first one, it's still got that glow to it, and that second one still has that glow to it as well. It looks like it's full.
No, so I will open the door.
Are you just like pushing on the door?
Yep.
Doesn't budge.
Pushing. I will put my hand up to the orb that was glowing, the one that I channeled my divinity into last time.
Okay. You have some words appear in your mind. One is open and one is closed. It's kind of like you
think-
thought of that word. Like it's just
Yeah.
like, don't think of a pink elephant. Bam, there it is.
I think open.
And it clicks and it opens.
I open the door and I attempt to walk in with the spider on my shoulder.
You walk in, and when you clear of the door, it closes.
Very good. And I will set the spider down on the floor, and then I will just walk towards my altar and I will start praying.
Very good.
Out of context, how long can you be in form,
An hour.
Garrett? Yeah. So
hour.
maybe I don't know. Should we
It's
should
okay.
we get you to rest in between, or? I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, I can rest, like take a short break, like a short rest.
Or you probably can't, and you probably need to hide somewhere.
Yeah.
So
So-
what I'm gonna do as a spider?
Hold on. Ruling. So, after tonight's adventure, any sort of like communication that's out of character for helping people work things out,
Oh shit.
if you have enough of those, you'll just randomly find yourself chugging a random potion.
Okay.
There's a random potion list. I'll just roll a 1d100, and that's the potion you randomly decide to chug. And who knows what happens.
Okay.
That was a punishment that my last DM chose to have.
That's actually quite
and
cute.
one player had to spend the entire night only speaking in haikus.
That's so cool.
Like 5753 or something like that.
I don't even know how to do that. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
I won't
So
say anything.
everyone's quite new, so I'll just say that that's the rule.
Okay.
Because if Garrett didn't realize that he should short rest, then he doesn't have this sort of voice of God in his ears. But
He
yeah,
should
it's
have
okay.
a voice of God, to be honest.
Exactly. Yeah, I just wanted to sort of like point that out.
Okay.
But
All right.
continue on.
Cool.
I turn to Biscuit and I say, can you perch your crow where he was before, where he could have a good spot, look into the window, and and just keep a vantage point?
Yeah, absolutely. I've already told him to do the same. I saw them just go in. Well, I heard they went in.
Oh, okay, they're already in.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
And then, I asked my familiar to go up to the stained glass window and just kind of stare in blankly.
All right. Yeah, he looks in. Are you just like communicating with him, or are you like seeing through his eyes?
No, we're just chatting. So he just kind of goes, "Yep. See you little blobs."
Alright.
See little plots.
And I go, "Yep, it's probably them because you saw him in the front door, right?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I did. Yep." That's it.
So we know
Very good.
it's
So-
up to them. It's up to them now.
I'm gonna climb off of Silas's shoulder and
He's placed you on the ground.
Oh,
right. All right.
I already
So I'm
placed you
gonna
on the ground.
start crawling up the wall, towards the window. A window.
There's some heat emanating from the glass windows.
Now, just out of curiosity, when I get up to the window, what's like? How has the window been built into the wall? Is there some sort of ledge on the window as well, or
Like a pane.
Or is
It's
it just-
like how you would expect? So like there's like a little little sort of trench where the glass sits in, and then they build the little things over it to keep it in place. So like the lips of the window.
is a lip big enough to kind of sit on as a human?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, they're kind of angled. The glasses are like here.
Is
So
there
if
any
you
way
think
that
of, think of it, there's like a building, right? Building, and then there's the roof.
Yep.
The glasses are like in here, so it's angled down.
All right. Well, I crawl up to the window and I just start watching out of the window, trying to check around, see if I can see anyone that might come towards the church or enter the church.
From out the sky. Never mind. Sorry.
You crawl into the window, and Ben, telepathically, you hear, "Oh, food! Oh, food!" Peck, peck, peck. And this bird scares the shit out of you, Garrett. It's like starting to peck at the window, trying to get to you.
Yum, yum, yum.
It's making like this clang, 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 clang on the glass. And I want you to roll a d20 to see if you shit yourself.
You definitely should.
Is that-
You
it's one in, it's
absolutely
one
shit yourself because
One
you
shit?
didn't see it coming. So you actually drop from the window, and you're going to take 2d10 damage.
Well, I'm just going to stop you right there because
Got 1 hit point.
I got 1 hit point. So
Well, you
I-
hit the ground.
What happened to
and
that
I
potion I
find
gave
back into
you?
human form.
Oh, you're a
Oh,
spider,
he's
right?
spider.
Yeah,
Spider has 1 hit point.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. You fall and you're naked on the
Splat.
ground. That's hilarious.
Well, I'm not naked. I still have my clothes on and stuff. So I fall on the ground. I'm just like, fucking bird.
Show some respect. This is a holy place.
Sorry, Celis. Sorry.
I got
Bird,
There's a sense of doom about you, Garrett. Like there's this big sort of evil cloud atmosphere.
And I just kind of sense it. I'm like, oh, all right. Not feeling the best. This is a bit worrisome for me. But I'm going to cast on myself Spider Climb. And I'm
Okay.
gonna sorry?
How long does that last?
An hour.
Great, do it.
So I cast Spider Climb on myself. And I climb back up to the window again. And I try to shoot the bird.
All right, yeah, the bird flaps off and it reports back to Ben. Big ugly monster in the window. Big ugly monster window.
Big ugly blue
Flies away.
monster in the window of the church?
Big ugly, big monster.
There seems to be some sort of big ugly monster in the church.
Shit, it's not the Dragonborn, is it?
The Dragonborn?
Well, they
Ah,
look like monsters.
Garrett, how do you describe yourself? How's your character look?
I've got like shoulder length long hair that's white and kind
Actually,
of like
Garrett?
a man.
Hey Garrett, I'll imagine you're a bird describing your character.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
It's a ghost, it's a ghost.
Realize that we
That's-
both have white hair.
Wow. You can share a purple shampoo.
That's pretty much because like my skin's quite white and
Ghost.
yeah,
Alright,
ghost like.
I
He
can-
he talks to you about a very pale humanoid that
Ah.
appears to be climbing up into the glass.
I tell Imra, and I command the bird to now sit at the front of the church to see anyone going in or anyone waiting.
Cool.
Okay. Alex, I'll get you to. Are you praying? What are you doing?
Yep, I'm praying. I'm just waiting.
Roll your religion with advantage.
Oh, you got
Garrett's
your
up on the
necklace.
ceiling.
Oh, look at that.
Garrett's just up on
Another
the ceiling
20.
like this, just waiting there for an hour.
Like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
does whatever Spider
Alright.
can.
You sense immense displeasure with your current surroundings. Like a sacred place has been defiled somewhat, but it's just displeasure. It's not overwhelming
Ooh.
anger, and you get the sense that there's something wrong. That there's actually some communication through that channel that something is broken, something is wrong.
Something is broken.
Mhm.
Church is evil. I don't know.
Very good. All right. What are you all doing? Are you just waiting for the Dragonborn to appear?
I'm carving my
I,
name into the tree.
I actually turn to Biscuit and I say, you're a thief, right?
Yes.
And I think I remember you bought some tools.
Yeah, I did. I was in the shop with you.
Do you think would the church be magically protected, or would be there any way that we could climb on top of it and try and find a way in undetected? Pick a
Well,
lock?
from what
Is it-
my bird kind of told me, it seems to only open to those who are essentially chosen, and all the windows do not open. They're all just stained glass windows. I don't see any way in or out except for the front door.
Shit. Well, that's not going to work. I guess we should maybe try and move closer. What time is it?
After lunch. They've probably spent like 10 minutes in there.
Okay. Well, do you want to go when it's starting to get a little bit dark and maybe try and get back to that tree so we're a little bit closer if the shit hits the fan?
Is there a closer vantage point we could get to that is outside the city wall or gate? Say, for example, if the church is up against the gate but we're far away, can we scoot around the back of the city towards where the church would be so that we could potentially infiltrate that way? Or are we on like a far away?
So these are your options. So when you look around to have a better vantage spot,
Yep.
you've got a little path that climbs up this sort of mountainous terrain. And you wonder maybe if I go up there a little bit, like I'll have like a little lookout. You can go in through this entrance and go back behind the church. It's kind of got its own little walls that are quite tall, so you'd think maybe you'd have to climb up on something. Or you could go all the way around to the other side of the town where there's another entrance and you could come back through the middle of town. Those are your options.
Would the third entrance be a quicker entrance to what we're currently at?
No, the closest entrance is where you are.
Yeah,
like
okay,
the,
cool.
the entrance in front of you.
But we're still a decent amount in the forest, so like if we had to run there, like it's still a decent distance.
Honestly,
Maybe it's like a kilometer.
Oh, I can run a kilometer. All right.
I honestly think we need to stick to the plan and foresee it at the moment, see how we go. I mean, if there's any troubles, guard will contact us.
Okay.
One of us at least.
I hate sitting on my hands, but you're right. So let's do that.
Keep carving my name in the tree.
All right.
So
So
before anything else happens, I kind of just turned to Silas and I asked,
From the roof.
around what time did the
from
dragon
the roof.
born come last time?
I think it was around 4 p.m. So
And what time is it right now?
a few hours before dusk.
He's coming.
What's the time right now?
No one's wearing a
A little
watch.
bit after one.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
All right. So I climb down off the walls and everything, and I just kind of take a seat on the ground next to the door while still like listening to it in case I hear it kind of click and unlock.
You're doing what?
I'm gonna come down off the ceiling, sit next to the door, so that way I can hear if someone opens it.
All right, do that. That happens. You're sitting near the door now.
And I'm gonna eat a ration as well.
All right, yeah, you can have a short rest. You can heal up. So that damage only hurt your spider form, yeah? You didn't actually take any character damage.
Yeah, but I wasn't full health anyways.
Oh, I wonder why that was.
Because you got
Got
smacked,
bitch slapped.
Yeah.
hit for like
Ah,
max
so-
damage into a wall.
We're all waiting, are we?
Yep. gonna wait till
Alright.
he arrives. We can't do much else. And
Yep.
it's on those two anyway.
Some time passes, and the sort of the light shining through the windows sort of changes the light that hits the floor as it sort of slowly creeps up and goes up the walls, and it's almost like the sun's disappearing while you're in the church. And the temperature gets colder for those out in the forest. It's kind of like there's a little chilly wind on the coming through and whistling through the leaves of the forest, and you start hearing some of the night bugs sort of buzz around, and occasionally you hear very distant wolf howling. And there's just the noise of the forest for you too. Right?
All right, I forgot to mention, before anyone even comes to the church, I take off my amulet and I hand it to Silas.
Very good. So while you're praying, you just have a pale human come and hand you a necklace.
I'll take it and then just slip it into like a.
And then I return back to my host.
As it gets dark, Brittany, I'll get you to roll survival with advantage. Alright, so you sense that there are undead within 5 miles.
Where are you, Biscuit? Are you in the tree? I'm in the tree. You're down the
Yeah.
bottom, aren't you?
No, we're both in the tree. I'm carving my name. Was carving my name into the tree, but now I'm still just sitting next to you.
I sort of lean back and go, "There's undead nearby. I can feel it."
Oh shit! Are they close?
Within 5 miles, I can feel it. Should we move? Should we? What do you reckon?
I don't know. Can you hear them, or how do you know how far away they are?
I can do a spell to check, but it doesn't actually give me location.
Well, I'm not really too worried. Like, I mean, if we see them creeping up on us, we can just run back into town, and I guess then the town can kind of deal with it.
Okay.
What do you
Just
think?
So you know, yeah.
Yeah.
My only fear is that if we get caught up fighting them, and something absolutely shit happens to these two, we're not going to be able to help them if they're asking for our help. So, what would you say moving to that tree just outside the church?
I guess we do kind of have the cover of the shade and darkness coming through at the moment. We could probably sneak on back to the church and into the tree.
You're
Yeah.
pretty sneaky. I'm pretty sneaky.
All right, let's do it.
We decide to move.
Yeah.
We can't be caught up when they need us.
So dusk comes around, and you hear some marching. And out the front, the marching stops. It's all quite uniform. Ben, your crow lets you know that there is an inquisitor, there is a guard, and that the Dragonborn is coming through to the church.
I report to Imra.
Have we successfully moved? Like,
Where are you guys going?
well, we were going to go to the tree just outside the church because we're not going to stick in the forest if there's undead there. Because if we get into a fight, we don't know how many there are.
Well, you went with it, Ben?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we both went
both.
together. Yep, snuck up the tree
Okay.
at the church.
All right. Well, you would see them, I suppose.
Yeah.
So yeah, both of the humanoids sort of tower up above this Dragonborn. Dragonborns are normally quite tall, but the humanoids are just like bigger in stature and a little bit taller. So the Dragonborn does his little salute. He does a left-hand turn, and he starts marching towards the church, where he puts his hand on his chest and hand on the spot of the relic. And for those inside, you hear a click. Door
And as
opens,
soon as I hear
door
that
creaks open.
click, I transform into Spider.
Right, great. So the Dragonborn walks in. And he looks at you, Alex. So what are you doing as he walks in?
You muted.
I'm praying back to him. So, facing the prayer altar, I assume.
You are praying at the moment?
Yeah, I will be when he's walking in. I will be kneeling, like kind of praying, but like I'm focusing on him. But it looks like I'm praying, like I'm
Okay.
praying or finishing praying.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Well, if he doesn't see you looking at him, he just like does this sort of like little nod. He puts his hand on his chest, kind of nods towards you, a little bow, and then he moves over to his relic. Puts his hand on his chest, puts his hand on the relic, and he kneels down.
I will
I
wait for him
start
to finish.
moving.
Oh shit!
What you doing,
No,
Garrett?
sorry. I start
you?
crawling around the wall to position myself behind the Dragonborn.
Alright. Yeah, you can do that. It's it's like a 300-meter little climb for you. But you sort of persevere, your little feet's going. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, this church is so big. And Alex, you just see at the corner of your eye, if any of your eyes are open, this little spider like crawling around. So it makes its way. It sort of just perches.
And I do one of those spider
Leg.
dances to try to catch Silas's eyes. Like,
Make a
Okay.
performance.
I know exactly the spider you're talking about that does that.
yes. 5. Lol.
Alright. It's a really shitty performance.
He's doing his spider best.
It's kind of slow, and he kind of like when he moves to one side, he kind of like falls down a little bit and catches himself, and then he like comes back to the spot, and it's not like it's a bit like uneven as well.
I get up. I cough loudly. Sorry to interrupt your prayers, Draga, but I am short of time.
He kind of has his brow sort of furrowed, and he puts his arm away. Kind of looks at you and he says, "What is it?"
I have brought the amulet that we spoke of yesterday, and I would like to give it to you before I have to go. I did not want to interrupt you more deeper in your prayers.
Of course, of course. So this is the amulet that would offer some protection, you say?
It should help alleviate any magical effects that may attempt to harm you. I've been told. And I
It is an
hold it out to
inquisitor
him.
that has come to town, and he has warned me against certain magics. He's offered me this way to detect what it is. Unfortunately, I've been ordered to test it before I accept it. Is this okay? And in his hand, you see a little satchel, and it's got some specks of like purple dust on it.
And I will I will cast suggestion again, and I'll say to him, I don't think there's any need for that. And then you can trust this without your test.
All right, what do you
12.
has to make? 12.
Wisdom 12.
All right, his eyes sort of lose focus for you in a moment, and he kind of like starts to droop the hand down a bit. He says, "Well, they are always a little bit too cautious. Anyone who enters this church cannot be evil. It has been prevented by one of the clergy." He puts the dust back in his pocket, and he says, "We just won't say anything, will we?" And he gives you a wink.
Of course. And I give him a wink back.
Alright,
Hand him
puts
the
his hand
amulet.
up. Alright, he grabs hold of it and he's like, "So what do I need to do? Just put it on?"
Put it on. Maybe take a nap. And for the powers to take effect,
He puts it on.
tune your body.
Nothing, and then nothing happens.
From behind him, still in spider form, I cast Healing Word,
What's your target?
the amulet.
Alright, roll just a d20. The magical number that we all know and love.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, Alex, you see his face sort of like contorts a little bit. And it looks like his like all the wrinkles on his face sort of like appear and show. And it seems like he's in a bit of pain. And he drops down to one knee and he grasps his chest And he starts saying, "No, no, cannot be. No, what have you done?" And he puts his hand to sort of steady his fall. And he's like really struggling. He's like kind of shaking. And he does this for 10 minutes. So what the fuck do you guys do?
I will slowly just put my hand on the scroll that's in my backpack, just ready to whip out if I need it. Scroll of sleep. I'll watch him.
And I'm still in spider form, just watching him, ready to
Alright.
cast my ability to communicate to Chenny if this works to start the distraction.
So there are moments where his emotions range from anger to fear to parts of the time where he was sobbing. And after the 15 minutes passes, he sort of pushes himself up and he's kind of just resting up on his knees. And he's just looking at his hands. And then he starts taking off his bracer and kind of throws it with rage, and it kind of like clanks against the side of the church. He's taking off his bracer. He's just taking off the outer armor for what he's wearing. And Alex, I'll make you make a perception roll.
Oh god, perception, my best skill. Oh, rolling those 20s today, guys. Rolling those 20s.
So the amulet that hangs from his neck is actually dripping with a bit of water, and there is some like greenery that's growing out of it, and you see that it's glowing quite ferociously. The colors that it's changing, it's going from white to blue to green, red. It's sort of changing color. As he rips off his pauldron on his right armor, you actually see it. So on his right arm, stretching out like this, it's quite tribal, and it's like a cage that forms around his right arm, and it stretches down, and you see these little scar marks that line the tattoo. And you see that this tattoo is glowing the same colors of the amulet. And then he looks at you. He says, "What is this magic?"
Magic
hold
that frees your mind from enslavement. Reveals the
How
truth.
long? How long has it been? How long?
For you, I'm not sure. How long have you been in service of the humans?
5 years.
It's been 5 years. And then some.
How many years have I missed? How many years has been lost?
I turn back into my natural form.
He
And
kind of looks at you and he puts his hand on his weapon.
Well, I was behind him.
But yeah, like if you change form, that's like a noise. It's not
All
deadly silent.
I just tell him, easy. The amulet was from me. It was gifted to me by a powerful druid who is no longer in this realm, to help us free your mind and take back this town.
He's putting his hand out to you like that, and he says, "He wants to speak to you."
He wants to speak to me. I put my hand up to his hand.
Your eyes close, and you see Barry standing in front of you.
Barry?
He says, "Hello, young Mr. God." And he's like quite younger. And he's wearing the same clothes. He has the same little scar lines across his chest.
Barry? How is this possible?
This magic that I lent you in my old age was limited, but this one carries a part of the relic. So my ability to speak to you has been enhanced. We don't have long. The cultists come for this one's arm. They cannot be allowed to capture him, kill him, take the relic before it is returned to Rana. He also cannot take off the amulet. If he takes off the amulet without the ability to do the ritual, or unless Rana does the ritual, as soon as he takes it off, he'll be back under their influence.
Thank you, Barry, for everything you've done. We will protect the Dragonborn. We will free him. And we will free the spawning pool.
There is evil coming, guard. Guard yourself well. They come in number. There's a little fort up the hill. Get the people there and get there quickly.
I will.
Farewell, friend.
Farewell, Barry.
You wake up?
I just come to and I just frantically start thinking, oh my god. And then I channel that spell to communicate with Chenny.
Alright, say your words.
Dragonborn is free. The revolution begins now. Come to the church to fight. Dragonborn is free. That's it.
She sends you back a message. Me and my partner have been captured. The Inquisitor came and forced us to tell the truth. Come to the stockade quickly. All the guards. That's it.
All right. I turn to Silas. Silas, Chenny's been captured. She sent me a half message that the guards know. We need to get the Dragonborn out of here. We need to protect him. The amulet also must remain, otherwise he'll fall back under the spell of the humans.
You mean this is not permanent?
Not unless we can get you back to Rana. He's one of our allies who will be able to lift the spell permanently. But for now, you are in danger. The occultists are coming after you.
Alright, so Ben and Imra. Ben, your bird reports to you, and you guys might even see it. It's kind of hard to see through this tree, though. But the two guards just fuck off. They fuck off to the middle of town. And you're hearing this bell, and it's a very loud bell. And I'll get you both to roll a perception roll.
Whew.
Alright, Britt, you can hear the slight screams of the undead.
Biscuit, the undead are here. They've made it to town.
What do we do?
It sounds like the town are getting inundated. This might be, I know it sounds absolutely horrible, but this might be the distraction that we're looking for to get the Dragonborn out. The guards have gone.
All right, should we just go knock on the front door of the church and get this ball rolling? We don't have any time to waste.
All right, I'll watch the other direction. You sprint and get them out.
Done. I have my bird just tap on the window, and then I knock on the door as well, or bash on the door.
Alright, for everyone inside, you see this bird tapping on the window, and you hear this slight knock.
Okay. I go and open the door and look out.
Yeah, you open it up, and you see Biscuit.
Silas, it's time to go, man. The undead are here. I have no idea what's happening, but the whole city's under attack. Did everything go to plan?
The Dragonborn is free, but
What?
we need to decide if we want to rescue Jenny and her husband.
Shh.
It's the revolution,
Jenny?
right?
Channy is in danger.
Yes, Chenny's in danger. She's in the stockades.
I am not leaving Jenny.
I agree. We should help her. She's part of the revolution.
Then we all must endeavor together. We must do everything we can to save Chenny and to make sure no harm comes to the Dragonborn.
I wave Imra over to come over to us.
I glance at over towards them, and I pretty much sort of backwards, keeping us protected as I move towards them because I can
Is
hear.
the Is the Inquisitor still outside?
They all fucked off.
They all fucked off.
Oh, okay, they all fucked. Okay.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be there.
I also cast Summon Beast in the shape of a like a bird.
But all right, very good. So what's the plan, guys?
Cool. Now that Guard has changed into a bird, I think he was the only place who knew where Chenny was.
No. I summoned a
Summon the bird.
I summoned a beast.
astral
Oh, cool,
beast.
cool. All right,
Nice.
perfect. Where do we go, Guard?
Where do we go to get Chenny?
We
Where
go
is
to
she?
the center of the town where the stockades are.
Stockades. Dragonborn. Do you know
Okay.
where the stockades are? Stockades.
In the middle of town.
Okay.
You
Um,
you shouldn't have missed them. They're in the middle of town.
Well, that's where we're going.
Let's go then. And I pull out my glaive from the back of my back.
Alrighty.
So excited.
So as you go to the center of town, you don't see any guards. They've sort of fucked off. As you can kind of see, though, they've fortified their building and blocked the gates, and you see some guards sitting on top of the fortress, and they have this massive crossbow, and you see the Inquisitor. He's sort of like casting some magic up there too. Occasionally you see him cast like a firebolt off in the distance, and you see this massive explosion. And you see like wood bits fly everywhere and this loud crackling sound. As you hear some screams of the undead every time he casts a spell. And you come to the stockades and you see that a number of the citizens have been thrown into the stockades, stuck here. They're really panicking. They're sort of like not very happy. And you see that both Chenny and her partner have been thrown into the stockades. And as soon as you see them, the Dragonborn runs up to the stockades and starts telling Chenny, why has it been so long? I can't believe all the things they've made me do. Can you guys follow?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I turn to Biscuit and say, get your tools out. Try and start picking the locks. And I don't follow them in there. I actually try and find somewhere off center where I can watch where everything's going on, and I take my bow out.
All right. So before you guys do that, you guys have an impending sense of dread. It's kind of like you're being watched. And the noises that you've been hearing for some time get louder and louder. And then you see it.
Oh shit.
Ben's bird.
I get you guys to roll initiative. These guys are absolutely screaming at you guys.
Oops, wrong.
Oh, well done.
I rolled 23 on my character sheet by mistake.
I need to see better.
What,
Let me zoom
In Beyond.
In D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all halflings. There's us. There's him. What the hell are these? Stacks
All right. So we've got Biscuit with a. Did you roll initiative yet?
I did. It was 23 on my character sheet. I accidentally clicked initiative on that one. I got them both up.
6. And then Brit is 24. Garrett, what are you?
4.
All right. So you see some of the cultists at the back. They're sort of a little bit larger, and they've got these long flowing robes, and they sort of have this black aura, and they're sort of shouting in this language that's a little bit unfamiliar, and they're commanding the undead, and then they point at the Dragonborn, and then the undead start running at you. All right, Britt, it's your turn first.
Okay. I move. Where can I see better? They're going to come around there. I move to just here in front of this fountain.
There or behind it?
In front, because
Okay.
I don't think I'll be able to shoot if I'm here. So I'm
Like
sort
here?
of just, yeah, pretty much here. Yeah, in front.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I move.
Take a shot.
Who am I going to go? So who are these people? Oh yeah, do they? Sorry, am I allowed to ask if these guys have that scratching thing?
What are you trying to see? How would your eyeballs be able to determine that?
Oh, can I do a perception? I want to see
Yeah,
if
you
they're the same undead that when they die they do that
Yeah,
scratching AoE.
You can have a look, and I'd say it'd be kind of easy to say that they're not undead gnolls.
Okay. Alright. Well, then I cast Hunter's Mark on this one. So hang on.
Okay.
Have I already taken a move by moving?
So every round you can expend your movement. You can do an action, and you can do a bonus action.
Okay.
All those three things are always available to you.
Okay. So bonus action, Hunter's Mark on this guy, and
Alright.
then I do my shoot, and then I also have my bonus shoot. So I start with this one.
Your bonus shoot, they have to be next to each other. Just FYI.
Oh, okay. So I'll shoot this one first, and then that one. That's close enough.
They have to literally next to each other.
Right.
They have to be adjacent. Yeah.
So no.
No, they have to be adjacent, like touching.
Oh, touching each other. Okay.
5 yards away from each other.
Sure.
Alright. Well, then I shoot this one.
Take a shot. You hit.
You gotta push the name in the text box.
Oh, sorry. This one.
All right.
Oh yeah. I haven't added Hunter's Marking on. Do I add that damage by clicking this?
Yep, you just click Hunter's Mark. Yeah, 4 damage.
So that's 8 plus 4 is 12.
All right. Yep. Oh, plus yep. 8 plus 4, 12. Yep. Okay. Let me that's. All right. Great. Yep. The arrow thuds into its chest. It sort of like sways back, but keeps chasing after you guys.
Okay.
Next is Ben. Your turn. Your bird can go on the same go.
Cool.
Go bird.
I shoot the same target, seeing Imran. Shoot at it.
How many arrows do you have left?
I got like have I used any? I've used one, right?
You've used 2 in the swamp, and you didn't tell me that you went and collected the arrows.
Okay, so I didn't then. So I've got 1 arrow. Oh no, I've already expelled them. So I had a total of 5. I've now got 3. So I shoot 1.
Great, shoot.
Whoosh.
Remind me to lend you some.
Oh, babe. I gotta do a roll to hit first. Sorry. 8.
Total.
Pass.
8 to hit total. Is that including something? Isn't it? It is, isn't it?
You gotta add your
Plus
pluses,
6.
dude.
Sorry.
Yep, you
So
hit.
14. Yep. And then
That's your roll to hit. Now you gotta click the text to
Oh, the little.
deal damage.
the actual name of the short bow.
Yeah, on the in the text box, like in the chat screen.
In the chat screen.
So it says short
Yeah.
bow down the bottom in highlights. You can click on it.
In roll 20.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
That is so cool. I love that little feature.
All right.
Made.
You hit it right in the forehead, and it stumbles backwards and stops moving on the ground.
I use my bonus action to I guess I use my bonus action to move up next to Imra, as if to get ready.
Are you doing anything with your bird?
He just comes and sits next to me. Was flying next to me.
All right. So it's the mage's turn, and they're going to look at. All right. So Ben, Garrett, Imra, and Alex. Alright, Alex, I need you to make a. Actually, what mage did I use? Oh, okay. Yep, that's what I did. All right, very good. It's been a little while. Yeah, 10. All right, so you see what I'm putting around here?
Is that like a circle?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's,
Yeah.
they're going to cast a
20 feet.
spell. Does anyone have 19 hit points?
I've got more than.
I've got more than hit 19.
All right, so some of these villagers fall asleep. These ones here. These three fall asleep.
Shit. Oh, well,
Okay.
hopefully they won't get themselves into drama now.
Alex. This other one, with his hands, he sort of casts some magic and you see some fire in his hand and he throws a little fireball at you.
Like an actual fireball.
That's 17. That hit?
Yeah, 17.
Ow. Little bitch.
He hits you for 6. Alright.
Alright.
And that's zombie's turn.
Damn, he's quick. Both quick. See, that's what I get for not zooming out enough. I didn't even see those fucking zombies.
Alright, so we have 3 attacks against villagers as they sort of like scream in terror. 1 hits.
At least they're next to each other.
Alright, he sort of stabs one of the villagers with his little spears that that this undead creature's got right in the thigh. And the villager screams out in pain. Alright. And then it is Silas's turn.
Oh. Blake's gonna really regret giving me the scroll.
Yes.
I'd like to just move like as far as I can towards these guys. And then I would like to I'm gonna pull out that big boy scroll of sleep you gave me, and I'm gonna cast it at all these boys over here.
Go
Good
for it.
night.
So you said it was 12d8?
Damn.
Yep.
I'm so glad you got that scroll.
That's huge. 12d8.
That's so many.
This is gonna cost me a lot of money though.
Yeah, he could have sold it all back.
I will give you money if this works.
few ones in there.
Sheesh.
Rolled real bad. So,
All right. The
Gets-
two mages
Get some mages. It's the main thing.
drop to the ground and they're just snoring loudly as they fall to the ground. And the undead seem unfazed.
That's right.
Ah.
I'd like to
Skill
put
on your
Hunter's Mark on this one then. And then I'll end my turn.
Garrett, it's your turn.
I'm going to turn into a blink dog. Woof woof.
Blink.
Go for it.
And then I'm going to move to here.
Yeah.
Like here, or you want to get around them?
He wants to go up.
I want to
north.
go next to Dragonborn Man.
Yeah. Good plan.
Either there or there.
You happy with there, or you want to be there?
There's fine.
All right.
And
Woof,
then
woof.
my bird is going to fly to there.
Like here.
Yep. I'm also going to cast.
You can't cast while you're in dog form.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Oh, good then.
Very good.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, we'll have. So we'll see what these undead creatures do when they're. I think that they would attack actually. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can't do his move. 1, 2, 6. He can do attack. So. All right. So these particular undead creatures, they kind of look more like more skeletal, with just like bits of the flesh like sticking to certain bits of the bone, and their claws are dripping with this green sort of slime. There's slash you, but it just misses. Yeah, very good. And the other one can't take its turn. Right, back to Brit.
Considering my hunter's mark was with the dead person, does that mean I can't transfer it? I have to recast.
You can transfer it.
Alright, well it's this one in front of me. Even though he's
Did a
dead,
little-
it's been transferred
did a
to
little
him.
thing.
And he's too close, so I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Flash away. Definitely hit with a 22. 10, yeah. And then roll your hunter's mark.
Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. That's not right. That's there we go. Is that right? I can't. Oh no, they're
Wait.
both casted. Yeah, the first
Yeah,
one.
we're definitely taking the 5.
Sorry, I thought I had to click on it in thing, but I don't have to click the little thing in the chat box.
Alright.
So fine.
Yeah, that's most of your turn done, but you have movement left.
Can I move? Oh, am I allowed to move without getting hit?
You'll be
though?
hit. You'll be hit.
Yeah, I'm not moving.
Alright, Ben, it's your turn.
Not giving him an advantage.
I attack the zombie in front of Imra with my rapier.
Slap him.
Hmm?
Slap him. You
Slap
see,
him.
like most of his shoulders missing, and he's kind of like trying to scratch at it with his remaining arm.
14?
You hit.
5.
All right. As you
Boom.
sort of go to slash him, you sort of put your dagger out, and this real quick movement slabs right through his skull, pierces out the back of his head, and the zombie sort of just like starts hanging on your blade because of the weight. You sort of like let him drip off the blade. It's like this metal scraping sound.
Oh yeah.
And that is a dead man, even without you rolling sneak attack,
Yeah, right?
which you could have. So you've got a bonus action left.
Yep. Can I use my bonus action to attack the zombie next to me with my dagger in my offhand?
Yeah, if you can, if you want to.
I don't think
Two
it's in
weapon
my.
fight.
It's not in my character sheet.
Now, do you get to choose when your sneak damage occurs? Actually, you wouldn't
It's
be able
just
to
on
get
my
sneak on this
first
go anyway.
action. Yeah, that's right. I have to just roll
So
it in the thing then. So it'd be a
1d20.
d20 plus 6,
You hit.
and then 1d4 plus 4. So 6.
Nice.
You sort of connect with its chest and slash down. There's this gapping hole in its body, but it doesn't seem affected by it. All its little limbs keep moving, and it's still trying to scratch at you. Anything else for your turn?
I end my turn.
All right. So the mage.
Are they not sleeping?
Who's the mage? I thought they were asleep. Is he in this in
Yeah,
the tower?
they can't do anything because the undead haven't been given commands, so they're asleep. All right, zombies' turn. So we'll roll the villagers first.
That's so lucky. The
Collateral,
undead can't do shit.
collateral damage.
Oh, okay.
All
Wow.
the villagers are dead. Cannon fodder.
All right, so 1, 2. One villager dies. He gets mauled to death.
Oh, I'm so
Sort
sorry,
of
villager.
all the zombies sort of pounce on that particular female, and it's just like scratching at it and tearing it apart. All right, this one gets a roll on Ben. That'll miss. It's like a 10.
Oh, thank God, man.
This is all right. 1.
This is probably not good.
All right,
Does the dragonborn
so
get involved?
the one in
It's
between,
just-
the one in between you two, has to make up its mind. So Garrett 1, Bird 2. Garrett it is. So roll
Of course it is.
3d20. All right. So does a 14 hit you?
2 hit. Yeah.
2 hit.
I'll be back in absolutely 2 seconds. I'm just grabbing a drink.
Go, go.
So you take 4 plus 2, 6 damage.
Damn! How many hit points does your woofy have?
Oh, actually, that reminds me. Yeah, that's a good point. My woof has good.
And they slash at your bird for 20.
What?
For 20
And they
damage.
hit it. No, to
Oh.
hit, and they deal 3 damage to it as they like catch one of its wings as they try and claw at it.
Birdie.
Hold on 1 second.
Poor birdie.
How much did they do to my bird?
4 damage. Sorry, 3 damage. Cool. Are you working that out? Let me see. It's Alex's turn. Alex, you got these
Get him,
2
Alex.
creepy looking undead creatures in front of you.
Just gonna smack the one in front of me, I guess. I missed.
Oh, okay. And Garrett, it's your turn now.
Okay. All right. So
Did I miss anything?
I'm going to attack.
No, Silas did miss.
I rolled so many 20s, I was bound to hit a 1, you know.
You
Had
did.
to happen, man.
You were so lucky for a while. I
So
was
many
like,
20s
"That's
tonight."
luck, boy."
Crazy.
Yeah.
Don't you use your creatures stats, Garrett?
That's well, I think that is my creature's stats.
Really?
Water stuff.
It says quarterstaff one-handed.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it
he's-
says melee weapon attack +3 to hit.
Oh, so it's the same. It's basically saying.
Okay.
Ah, cool.
Sure. So you rolled a total
Get 'em.
of 8. You
Yeah, if you
rolled
hover
an
over
eight?
it,
That's not right.
it says
actually.
5.
That doesn't seem right.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it
it
is
says
right.
it says he rolled a 5 plus 1 plus 2.
3.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right,
Plus the stroke.
Okay.
you miss.
He rolled it twice.
You miss. Yeah, you miss. As you go to like bite it, you misjudge the space between you two, and it slips away from you.
Then my birdie is going to attack that one. Just give me a second. Sorry. Here's.
Yeah, bird.
All right, here we go. I'm going to. It's going to hit. Right. So this has advantage, right? Because of pack tactics. So 13. Oh, wait.
You hit anyway with a 13.
Right.
Okay, with the pulse.
You keep doing snake eyes.
8, 8, 13, 13.
Just loves it.
5.
Is that right?
That can't be
1d8.
No.
One
That's
DD8 plus 4. You
Oh,
put too many
what's-
Ds.
Ah, it's too many Ds.
All right. That's how
better.
much damage it does. To the same zombie that I was attacking.
All right. Yep. So this is a bird, right? Like a hawk or something.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It pecks at its eyes, and its eyeballs sort of fall out, but it doesn't really seem to have been affected or sort of harmed by it, as it's undead and sort of still screaming and still clawing.
Does my beast get a bonus action,
I guess so.
Alex?
Bonus actions are quite limited, though.
Yeah, I suppose everything gets its own set of turns.
All right. Well, then my bird is going to fly away back to here.
So disengage is unique to the rogue for a bonus turn. So if
Well,
yeah,
my bird has flyby, air only. The beast doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
beautiful.
Go
See
bird.
that?
It's exactly what he wanted to hear.
What a good
That's
good bird.
that's not even a bonus action. That's just your movement. Oh.
I'm trying to picture it in my head. Are we talking like?
So the
like
bird now
hawks
has a bonus action that hasn't taken.
Well, the bird's going to
disengage.
disengage.
No, it's just going to move away, and it can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Let's move on.
Good birdie.
Yeah. Bye.
These two gross-looking zombies are slashing at you, Alex, and you feel like a
That's
little bit of that slime's getting on you.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, that slime's probably gonna get on me. You know.
Oh,
That's a bit of
Damn.
fucking slime right
Right.
there, isn't it?
Ew.
Sheesh. You wet, slimy boy.
so you take 8 damage,
Oh.
and I need you to make a Constitution save against being poisoned. So make sure
Cool.
you...
I'm actually immune to poison. So
Beautiful.
Oh, thank
Fuck.
God. Snaky
Green
boy.
slime sort of like goes through the claws, and you see it like enter your body, but doesn't seem to affect you at all.
Snaky boy. Thank goodness.
In fact, it makes your nipples hard. Ooh,
Ah.
poison. Ooh.
All right, Britt, it's your turn.
I'm actually going to cast. Does Hunter's Mark stack?
Don't think so.
No. No, let me
I
actually,
don't know.
Let me actually. Can
I guess it'd be unique to you.
yeah, it's unique
So-
to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it kind of stacks, but you don't get to trigger like 3 different hunter's marks. It's only your
No,
own.
no. I meant like if someone else already has Hunter's Mark on it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can put your hunter's mark, but only you benefit from your hunter's mark.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, in that case, I'm going to cast it to. Stop moving, map. Hunter Mark on here, and then I think I'm far enough away to shoot. Actually, that's my.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So then, there.
All right. Done. You super hit.
You didn't roll the damage. You rolled hit again.
Oh, Oh shit! So that one.
Yeah.
So 7 + 2.
Yeah. You smack it right in the sort of the side of the head, and its arrows sort of sticking out of its head as it's sort of still scratching at Biscuit. Ah.
And I don't think I can do anything.
You've got
else.
your movement left, and that's it.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna not move. Pass.
All right, Ben, your turn.
All right. Is there a way I can safely disengage before I use my attack?
You
My
can use your
action?
bonus action to disengage. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to do that and move to the villager. Where did my motherfucking ruler go? Oh, there it is. At center. I'd like to move here if I could.
You're behind them too.
Oh.
Nice.
And I'd like my
You doing
pet.
anything with your bird?
Yeah, my pet would also like to move. Yeah.
Nice.
Done?
Sneaky boy.
I would like to then hit this zombie with.
You get advantage.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Did
Where
you
is
say you're
it?
gonna hit him with cheese? Yes, I knew it was gonna come
Ah.
handy. With my moldy cheese, I hit you.
If,
Oh.
if the zombie's full, it doesn't want to attack anymore.
No, that's
Oh,
true.
that's fine. So there's that.
Damn.
You definitely hit. And don't forget to roll your sneak damage. this time.
5 and then sneak attack. I clicked it. Does it do anything? Global damage modifier, sneak that.
Oh,
So that's
12?
12.
damn.
And that's a booming blade as well. So it's affected by Boomerino.
Gotcha. Yep. You stab it right in the back, and it sort of you hit its spine. It kind of like contorts a little bit, and it kind of stays contorted as it's scratching at the villagers.
And then I don't think I can do anything else there, can I? Because I've used my bonus action to disengage, moved there, and used my action. So, yep, that's
All
it.
right. Off in the down the way, you can hear two cultists snoring, and they're kind of having lovely dreams. Death, oh yes, murder and sacrifice, blood.
Ah.
Ah, yes, lost content. My mages. Ah.
Compelling fights with interesting carrot
Oh.
creatures. Alright.
So I said he's gonna hate to give this.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm almost dead without fucking shooting magic spells at me.
I'm
One,
so
so we've got 1 for villagers, 2 for Ben, and 3 for Bird.
birdie bird.
Alright.
It's the bird.
11. What's a Raven's AC?
Raven.
Not that high.
5. No, it'd have a huge deck, so I think it actually would have.
It's got 12, so it
Damn,
just
it
dodges out of the
dodged!
way.
Dodgy bird. Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
It's just
It's
going.
only got, it's only got 1 health, so.
Yeah,
Oh.
It needs all that dodge.
it does.
Alright. 1 zombie turns on you, Benny. Doesn't hit you. Oh, okay. The other one hits the villager. Like, chomps onto its neck, and it's like clawing at it still at its back and eating away its neck, and the villager's ah!
I love how I'm just like, well.
Oh,
Christ.
7. Alright, that villager is so dead.
So dead.
Yeah,
just letting
eats
the
its
villagers
neck
die.
right off and like picks the head off and just starts feeding into its
Ah.
neck and throws the head away. The head just rolls down the street. Alright. And then we got the other zombies that are. Alright, let's move this guy in too. He wants a piece of Garrett. Actually, we'll do the 1d2. 2 is the Dragonborn. Alright,
Oh,
one's
thank
the Dragonborn.
God. I was like, is he just gonna stick around and let us bloody do no fighting?
So that's 12. That'd miss. Hey, 12's the highest. Does 12 hit you?
Me?
Yeah, talking to you, man.
No. No.
What's yours? Yours is like 14, isn't it?
13.
Oh,
Alright.
nice. Misses.
The zombie goes to claw at Drog, and it just like it raised his shield up, and it sort of scratches just the front of the shield, and it sort of like pushes him back. And he yells out, "I will protect the ones of the stockade. Don't let any more past." He's got his shield ready. All right, and zombies, and then it's Alex's turn.
All right.
Smack them.
These damn zombies!
Zombies. I'm gonna try and hit again.
Smack
Last
them.
time I looked. 11.
You miss.
How can you miss?
All right, Garrett, it's
You
your
had all-
turn.
you
You
had
missed
all-
twice.
You had all your luck, but they missed you. So I mean,
Oh, they didn't.
Silas uses his bonus action to cry.
bonus action to tears of piety.
I'm kinda-
Oh,
Damn!
not,
Go, Woofy boy.
yeah, you hit G.
19 plus 3.
5 damage on the one that I already injured, or the one that's injured.
Done. What's your bird doing?
So that one's still alive, is it?
It flew away.
Alright.
You bite
He
right
flies-
into its crotch, and like all the crotch is like gone. You like rip it off. But it doesn't do any sort of movement and pairing. It's just like you've done a bit of damage.
Crutch shot.
Alright, so my bird flies back down
Ah.
and then goes to maul the back of the zombie's head.
So not the one you've attacked.
Oh, the one that I've attacked, sorry. I don't know which one it is.
It rolls with advantage.
Nice.
What was it again? What's the attack modifier on this? Fucking hell, I had it.
Isn't it +3?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, sorry, that was your dog.
Oh, your spell attack modifier to hit. What's my spell attack modifier?
Your wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
Did you guys see what my
So
snake
it's at the
rolled?
top of your spells list. So spell attack +4. So it's +4.
My snake rolled 2d6. I hit a 1 and a 6. That's so stupid.
At least you're hitting them.
Yeah, I guess, man. I had advantage though.
I fucked it up again, didn't I?
You super did.
What are you trying to roll?
Oh no, 13. 13 +4.
Oh, so
17.
17.
Yeah,
Yes,
Ah,
it's
nice.
advantage. He's rolled attack and then advantage and then damage. +4 on it.
Go birdie.
So 1d8 +4 +2. So it's actually 1d8 +6. Garrett.
Oh, well, then
Spell
it's
attack
8.
modifier to hit. One target, 1d8 +4 plus the spell's level. So the spell's level is 2. So it's 1d8
Yeah, but-
+6.
The spell's level. Hold on, let me. Right, at higher levels, when you cast this spell, using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, use the higher level wherever the spell levels appear in the stat block. I don't fully understand that. Does that mean I
What
still add
level-
the +2?
It's 1d8
Yes.
+6.
All right, well then it's 8 damage.
1d8
Alright.
plus 6.
-8. Yeah, it comes, swoops in, it nicks at its neck, and its kind of head like drops to its shoulder, and it's like not able to control its head. It's just like still attacking you though.
All right, my bird also flies back away.
Good bird. Don't get hit.
All right, Alex rolled a hit.
I'm pretty sure you rolled to hit me. Oh,
Oh shit,
Both of
they're
them, eh?
after him.
Yep.
sorry. That's a 17.
Yeah, you hit. Which one do you want to hit? The top one or the
The
bottom?
one that I've got Hunter's Mark on.
Yeah,
roll to hit.
Smack it.
10 plus Hunter's Mark. 15.
As it sort of turns away from you, disinterested because its poison has no effect, you smash it right in the spine. It sort of crumbles down to the ground in bits and turns to dust.
Nice.
Why have I
Alright,
not
Rich.
killed a fucking zombie yet?
You're a dog
thank
that
you,
doesn't
boys.
blink. Oh, right.
Hmm. Ah, that wouldn't hit you. 11. No.
No,
no way.
my arm class is 15.
Alright, Brit, it is your turn though.
Well, I didn't expect that little bitch to turn up. I actually use my bonus move to move hardest mark to the one in front of me.
Yep.
And I can't shoot, so I hit with my swords.
9 plus 2.
You don't. It's just 9. You don't have archery for this one.
Oh, then it's 9. So you miss.
Damn it.
You sort of slash at it and it sort of moves out of its way as it comes in to attack you and misses as well. Alright, anything else, Brito?
No. Hang on, let me just see if I can have anything that gets me out of shit.
You just have movement left, so unless you want an attack of opportunity, you don't have anything else you can do. Because you've used your action, you've used your bonus.
Yep, I just sit there like a little bitch ready to get hit in the face.
Alright, Ben, it's your turn.
I attack the zombie again. That's next to my birdie.
Alright, slap him.
I'm giving a big slap. Is he turned towards me?
No, he's not paying attention to you.
Nice.
Ooh, another sneaky.
Super hit.
25. Now I just need to click this bad boy.
Oh, nice.
Don't worry
Uh,
about the
yeah.
sneak 8. I don't know why that's there.
2d6 sneak attack plus 1d8, so 3-3. I can see that. So you got 6 with your sneak, so that's 11 damage.
Oh, it's showing,
yeah.
is it?
Yeah, as you pierce through his spine again, he sort of, like, you hit a certain spot and it dislodges the spine. He sort of crumples to the ground and then stops moving.
Nice
He's
job.
super dead.
I
Anything else you doing?
That's 2 for you.
Yeah.
You're taking them out like bloody.
I'd like to bonus action attack the zombie next to me now.
I think you can do that. I think I'll just let you do that.
Dagger.
With the little daggerino. I don't think my dagger's in my character sheet, so I have to just roll it bare.
That's fine.
1d4 plus 4. Oh, I have to auto attack, sorry.
You certainly do.
12?
This one's not with advantage. Yeah, you hit. Yeah.
So 6.
Okay. Yep. You stab it on its shoulder and sort of reef one arm off.
Perfect.
Anything else, Benny?
Is it just a normal dagger or what?
Yeah, it's just a flat normal dagger. Yeah. And then my birdie just moves next to him as well. Yep.
Off the distance, snoozing away, you hear, blood, yeah, blood, oh, blood. Rituals and spells.
Can't wait to stab
Alright.
these bodies.
How long does that
Oh.
spell last for them to sleep?
1 minute. So that's 10 rounds.
We need to.
Alright, so one zombie slaps at the dragonborn and still hits the shield. He seems like really well armored and he's handling himself very well.
Goodness.
Alright, that's a 15 to hit on UG.
Yep, that's one hit.
Slaps you for 2 damage. Alright. These 2 zombies aren't happy with you, Ben, so they're going to come for you. 1d2. This one's determining what it wants to do.
Let him come at me.
So that one's just going to hit Ben. So that's 15 hit you.
I'm a 15 armor class, yes. So that would.
Yep, it does. 6.
Biscuits.
That guy does 2 damage to you. It sort of slaps your shoulder.
Okay. Thank you, zombie.
Alright, Alex, your turn.
I would like to move here, and then I'd move the hunter's mark to this one as well. So,
Great.
just stab it in the butthole.
Butthole stab.
Damn.
You definitely hit.
That butthole is very, very bad shape.
Punctured.
Yeah. You ram it right up at the butthole.
17. Wow.
And as you ram your glaive up its butthole, it sort of falls apart on your glaive and bits of bone just tumbles onto you.
Up the butthole. All right. I guess I still have movement, so I'll move next. I'll stand here, preventing this one.
Alright, Garrett, it's your turn.
I'm gonna attack the same one that I've been attacking for quite some time.
Lap him.
You're tenacious. We respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you still a dog?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You're still a dog. Go you. That
These
birdie's
rolls, though, man.
been
these rolls are
that
horrible.
birdie's been your saving grace.
I know. I love the bird. It's
Yeah.
my
Ian,
favorite.
Why do you only have a +3 to hit though? That seems a bit low.
It does.
Seems very low.
Seems really low.
Blink dog. Bite. Melee attack +3 to hit.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a shit creature.
It's the highest health creature that I have.
It's more than
Yeah,
my
there's a lot of
unarmed
health.
strike, so
You can cop a bit of abuse.
Alright, yeah, you miss. What's your bird doing?
Yes,
What's my
your
bird
bird.
doing?
You wait.
Just wait. My bird flies back in to attack the same one that it's been attacking. And then it does its attack melee hit. So it's
What a good
roll. It's a advantage, isn't it?
Yep. It's +4 to hit.
sneaky boy.
So it's a 16.
Alright, this thing just dies. It can't survive minimum damage, so you can describe it.
It just
Go
like
bird.
dives straight through its skull, and as it flies straight through its skull, it flies back away,
hell yeah.
out of reach.
Ah, I love this bird, man.
But
So
so do
jelly.
I.
So
Oh,
jelly.
this is such a good spell.
How cool.
In, attack, and leave.
Mm.
In and out. In and
Alright,
out.
Brit. It's your turn, Brito.
Yeah. Hunter's mark on this one. I can shoot now. That's what I do.
Knacking.
Where's my little handy?
Oh, you rolled an 18. Yeah. Yep,
Super,
you definitely hit him.
Super hit. 9 plus Hunter's mark. So I hit for 11.
Just throw him. How do you do it?
Yeah, I just go straight, aim straight to the throat, go straight through, and penetrates back.
Yep. As you do that, the momentum sort of flips half of his body and sort of tears the midsection up as one half of the body flips over and the legs sort of stand there for a moment and then collapse back.
Oh, that's such a good visual.
Gruesome.
Benny boy, it's your turn.
Ha yeah! Alright. I attack the zombie in front of me. With booming blade.
Yep, you hit for sure.
9.
Damn.
I think I get sneak, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Yep.
Get him.
Oh!
I do 21 damage to him.
Jesus Christ.
You one-shot him. So how do you do that?
I'd like to literally just like do the quickest thrust I can with my rapier, as if to kind of, I don't know, push through him as fast as I can and push back out.
Great. Yeah, you
Yeah.
find that a bit of the spine attaches to your blade as you go in so quick and you pull it out and it's like his midsection just like falls through the blade and his back crumples back like that.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice and gruesome. I love it.
Hmm.
All right. What's up? Is that your turn?
I really would love to use my bonus action to attack this zombie.
You've already used your booming blade.
That's alright. I don't need to use boom blade.
Well, you already stated that you're hitting with booming blade, so you've used your. Isn't that? Oh no, that's not your bonus turn. Never mind.
That's just my
But
normal
do you
action.
get 2-weapon fighting? I think you do. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
It's only a little dagger.
Oh, you added it. That was quick. Alex is sneaky.
Ah.
You
Huh?
did it.
15.
You don't.
Oh, there it is.
You hit for sure.
6.
It doesn't do 6 damage. It does
Oh.
2.
All right, does
Oh,
2
does it?
damage.
You don't get your damage modifier on your offhand weapon.
Oh, good.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you like stab him, and it just hits him in the chest. It's like, ah.
My birdie stays there.
Alright. Off in the distance, you hear some cultists having the biggest sleep as they've snuggled up next to each other and they're like,
Oh,
blood and guts and sacrifice. Yeah,
They're
the zombies'
cuddly.
turn. So we're doing a 1d3. And roll, 1d3. Alright, it's going for you, Ben. Yeses. And the sort of momentum of your dagger sticking into it sort of like throws it off balance as it goes to slash at you. It misses.
Hmm.
Alright, and roll, 1d2. Alright, this one goes for the Dragonborn. Actually hits him.
Damn.
Damn.
Hits him for
That's
3.
right. If I just
Finally claws over the thing and scratches across his chainmail with its claws, and he only takes 2 damage though.
it's his fault for just standing there, you know, not doing anything but holding a shield out.
Right.
He's got a weapon, just letting this guy smack him.
Mathematically, he's probably got about 50 health, I think.
How did you minus one?
I think
We
minimum
can't-
damage is 1.
Yeah, it can't do 0, so it does 1 damage to you, Garrett.
Is that when he gives him life?
He heals
All
you.
right. So you guys are gonna mop up these guys.
Hmm.
So I will just let you mop these guys up, and you can describe if you want to how you ceremoniously murder these mages that are snoozing. Actually, I'll get you to roll against the mages because, like, if you don't one-shot them, you're just gonna wake them up.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
All right. Who's
Well,
gonna
I
have
was
the
gonna
first
spend my next turn.
execution?
I was gonna run. Here
I
next
feel,
time.
I
Alright.
feel, I can sense that you guys have a history with cultists, so I'd let you guys take out your vengeance.
All right. Who's executing the sleeping mages?
Well, I'd move my hunter's mark, obviously, to the one that I'm hitting. I'm just gonna hit this one. He's sleeping, so I have advantage.
You know, if you miss and you hit the ground next to him, you have a chance to wake him up.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Wake both of them up.
I can still shoot him from here.
Are we playing with the rule that if you're unconscious, it's auto crit?
No, let's not do that.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
18 damage.
You lob his head off. Not even like a little stir in between the talks of sacrifice and blood. Alright. Does anyone else want to have a go at executing a mage? Or is it just Alex?
I could sneak attack the
I
other one
think
next to
Alex-
Alex.
Exactly. I feel like it's
I
your
don't-
guys.
I mean,
Alright.
if I can turn back into my normal form, I'll have a go at him with Flame Blade.
If
I-
that's
I'm
what
just
you'd
gonna-
like to do.
Can I ask a question, like, before we do this?
Yeah.
Can
What are you
I,
asking?
like, the two, it's like, staring at the last one, like, do we want to hunt up?
Do we want to what?
Tie it up.
Tie it up.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm
Want to
game to tie it up.
interrogate it?
We use one rope to tie and bind its arms and legs, and then the other rope to like cover its mouth so it can't speak.
Well, we
Okay.
want it to speak, don't we?
Yeah, most
Well, not
spells
if it puts a spell on us, no.
Has to use its hands for that, I think.
Most spells have
A
somatic
hand
components.
movement, are they? Oh, well, that's alright then. Yeah, you can talk.
Alright, he's tied up. What next?
Yeah, I'd love to know what you guys
I
think.
slap him. I slap him.
Ah. What's happening? Oh, fuck.
Tell us your intentions. Where's the shinies?
Where's the shinies?
Our army is coming.
Give
to
us your
gnaw on
booty.
your bones.
Oh.
I'm still in
Do
dog
any
form,
even
so I
know
get,
that it's over. The army is endless.
Lucky for you, I can't drink milk. I'm lactose intolerant. And I slap him in the face.
Oh, my life does not matter. Master's influence falls over this small town. The Dragonborn will be ours.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm like right up in his face, and I just start growling.
What do you smell your own shit for a living? Ugh.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do we want to find out? What do we want to attempt to interrogate this guy doing, or with, or for?
Drog's gonna come over to you, Ben. He says, "Can you please help the others get out of the stockades? We must move soon."
Absolutely. I start drawing arrow symbols into the ground. On the way to, do you know that place that you described to me where it goes up to the lookout area? I want to lead them up there.
Oh wait,
Will
I
not
turn
leave
back into
Jenny.
human. I turn back into human, and I kind of just tell Biscuit and the Dragonborn what Barry told to me in that dream thingy, and where there was that hut that he suggested we go to.
But
The hut. Nice hut.
I can't even remember with the heart.
that's an interesting description.
It was a tower, wasn't
A hut.
I honestly can't remember exactly what it was.
It's a
I
safe
just remember-
space anyway.
Yeah, safe space.
I lead them to
Alright.
that safe space.
You just leaving the cultists there tied up?
Nah, I'm gonna stay. Is everyone else walking away?
No, it's just
Well,
me leading them away.
No, I'm staying.
I'm staying as
yeah.
well.
I look at Imra and Guard and go, turn around and cover your ears.
I'm just
In that
like,
case-
no, I want to watch.
Is
As
it
I
gonna hurt?
pull
Is
out
it
a-
gonna hurt me?
As I pull out a small dagger from my
Oh boy.
belt.
Oh boy.
If you're gonna play skinny boy, I'm gonna start going over here. But I mean, I wish you well, because they're bitches. They deserve to die.
I look the cultist dead in the eyes. I go, tell me what your plans are, or it's gonna be very painful for you. As I start rubbing the dagger like across his skin.
Roll intimidation. Lee rolled a 1, and you'd have an advantage. So you just rolled a natural 20 against his natural 1. So
Wow.
as the cultist pees himself, what do you mean? You're just gonna kill me, right? And then I die.
I slowly pull out my holy symbol. Say, in my religion, we believe that the skin traps the soul, and it's much better if we remove the skin while you're alive.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just coming to this town to kill everyone.
You must know more than that, surely. I start stroking the symbol a little bit. Staring
I
at
mean, the master's will tells us things that the 3 symbols would mark the beginning of the attack, and then the bones that we would use to raise the army, and then we would come to this town, and Dragonborn was the target. That's all I know.
How many are at your temple?
A temple?
Where do you come from?
I don't know the answer to that. I've never been asked where I've come from. All I've known is serving the master
Where does the master live?
in the Dark Realm, imprisoned, waiting for escape.
Where's your base of operations?
I don't know. We're just sort of like around, and then he just starts talking to you, and then you realize you've always been serving him. I used to live here.
I just sigh and I'm like, start slowly making a small cut just below his leg.
Eyes screaming.
Ah, well. And then I finish off the strip that I'm taking, and then I slit his throat.
And he dies.
I want to look at his body, see if there's any like clues or anything, like notes or anything in there.
There's a little book, a little black book, and they each have a dagger each.
Okay, standard procedure. Wrap those up in cloth, pick them up.
Great. Very clinical about it all.
Yeah, he doesn't
And
want
I
to
take
my rope.
hand.
So, Britt, there's a pretty cool cinematic thing happening next. That'll probably go for 45 minutes. We can either wrap it up here and do that next week, or next time. What do you want to do?
A cinematic for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a special little thing. So we're getting the tight here, wrap it off, and then do it later.
Yeah, I'll have
Move on.
to. I gotta go to work.
That's
But
okay.
I do want to watch it. Is there any way we can watch it outside
It's-
of a weekend?
It's not a cinematic trailer. It's just a thing. There's one last little
He describes it.
Oh,
battle.
then
No,
yes.
it goes for about 40. It'll take about 40 minutes
Oh,
to do,
will it?
and there's some rolling involved, so we can just do it later.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be
Don't
sorry.
be sorry. You can pick it up next time. I mean, we got this far finally, but
We finally killed some things. I'm so happy.
This is a
Alright,
bonus adventure.
Well, Chenny and Drogon and the civilians talk to you about a castle that is up the hill that they
That's
use for
nice.
defense. Yeah, the little hut. So I'll lead you up to here, and so when you go around the hill into the mountain, it kind of like seems like it's in its own little enclosed mountain-esque like place, and there's these deep cliffs, and the fortress is sort of built into the mountain. So when you go inside it, it's quite ornate, but it appears quite abandoned. And Channy tells you that this is where the Resistance has its little outpost. It's a little abandoned little fort, and you notice that there are some Resistance soldiers that are getting around. They're sort of not super visible. They're inside the keep, and you notice that Chenny and Balan are in there too. So this is what it looks like.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool.
And you can still hear the screams of the horde of the undead. And this is where we'll pick up next time.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Thank you, Blake. That was so good.
Yeah,
That was a good fight, actually.
yeah. Well, it could have been a lot better, but
I'm so
Two
glad
of
you
them
had
just
that
decided to
scroll,
sleep.
Alex.
She's like, do I use the scroll?
They would have
Yeah.
hurt. They would have hurt us a lot if we didn't take those big boys out.
yeah, they would have. So you absolutely rinsed the combat, but you'd spend a fair bit of gold doing that, so that's okay.
Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
was very expensive.
yeah. And you were like, "Can I return this?" Yeah.
I was like, I really wanted to. I was so happy I didn't have to use it. I was like,
Mhm.
yes. I was like, yes, I don't have to use this. I can return this scroll. I'm so happy. And I'm like, I saw like how many zombies there were. I'm like, I think we probably need to use this scroll.
Yeah.
That was a good call.
I'm glad you did, because even without, like, if one of those poison boys had gotten hold of me, I don't have any resistance, so
Well,
took two of the
what-
big boys
yeah.
out.
poison resistance is like a thing for snake people,
Handy.
basically. Yeah.
I think you're immune being a paladin too, hey?
I'm immune to disease, not immune to poison.
Wow. Snaky boy has no poison, and then paladin has no disease. That's excellent.
It's pretty
Oh,
Did
good.
you
so
actually
I'm a-
take the damage, Alex?
You
It
did.
still did
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm taking my roll 20 character sheet. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm on. I'm
Yes.
gonna update. I'll update the D&D Beyond one.
I
I
gotta
took-
go get ready for work anyway. But
Hey,
see you
Britt.
guys. Thanks so much
Yeah.
for the game.
Thanks,
Play again
Britt.
soon.
No
So
worries.
Have a good
2
week.
weeks. 2 weeks until the next one.
Okay. All right. Have a
no.
good week.
Bye.
No?
Bye.
Not 2 weeks, because don't you have your? Oh wait.
It's this week coming. This week
Yeah.
coming's
So
bucks.
we'll skip this week and coming. That's why we moved it to this time.
Okay. I may be able to do
Unless
that.
I'm back on Sunday. If I'm back on Sunday, we could do a small Sunday session.
Let us know. I'm pretty flexible on the weekend.
Cool.
Okay.
No worries.
Bye bye.
See you, Brito. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah, whenever we want to do a
So-
sesh, we can just always like chuck it in the Discord, do a vote. If people are available, we'll just do it. But it's good to set a specific day to do it. But then if you want to do any additional sessions, you can just chuck it in there.
I think I should be okay on the 30th. I've got friends coming down from Melbourne, but I think they'll end up leaving about 7 anyways.
Oh yeah, so you'd be busy the
day
oh,
of.
that is
Cool. Thanks, YouTube. Have a good night. We'll see you for the next session. Shouldn't be too long. Peace.